Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we will be doing a swatch video on this Morphe x Lisa Frank 35B palette. I like it. I think the design is really cute. Goes with her art products she's had out. I was trying to get the leopard one, tiger one, leopard one, whichever one, with some type of wildcat on it, and unfortunately they were sold out. So this was my second favorite, and in looking through them, there didn't really seem to be a difference among the palettes for actual colors, so that's a good thing right there. So no matter which one you choose, you're still getting all the same colors. There's a mirror on the one side here, and on that side there's a little message that says, "Color your world. It was a magical day when Morphe met the rainbows and whimsy of Lisa Frank's fantastic world. From bright bursts of blue to perfect pop of pink." Whew, that's a twist tie. Perfect pop of pink. Every shade of your imagination is in this palette. Let your most vibrant dreams come true. And then if you really want to get into the theme of it, there is a spot where it says this palette belongs to, and a line where you can write in your name. I don't know if you guys can see that there. I'm sorry about my nails. I had to take my fake nails off, my acrylic nails off, and I had banged them up a lot so that my natural ended up tearing off the nail bed there. So that is why they're like that. I'm trying to grow some nail edge back to be able to get them back on, so I'm sorry. They look hideous, but it is what it is right now. We're working on it. So for this palette, it appears there are several glitters and shimmers in here. I'm going to say they're all shimmers because the glitter particles don't look that big, so we're just going to go with the thought that these are all shimmers and mixed in with a bunch of mattes in here. I think gives a wide range. You have everything from a white to creams, golds, yellows, purples, pinks, greens, blues, purples, all the way down to black. So here's the palette sideways. So for this, I'm just going to go across row by row. I will try to read the names. Unfortunately, they're like really light on there and hard to see, so I'm sorry if I end up like pausing and like looking silly for a second trying to read these. I don't have my glasses on. Let me show you. If I put my glasses on, you see my ring light there reflecting them. So like it's fine if my head's at this angle the whole time. However, if I go like this, you see it there, and I don't know about you guys, but personally to me, I find it really distracting, so I'm just leaving them off. So I'm having a little trouble seeing those names on there, so please bear with me. But without further ado, we're gonna go and jump right into this. Okay guys, here we are. So, starting across the top and working my way down. I'm gonna try and do this a little different this time too. I'm not gonna have a solid background for it, but just show you my whole arm here so then you can see them a little bit better than trying to have to like turn and move my arm and all that. So let me know in the comments below if you end up liking that format more than me just trying to hold up my arm. I'm sorry, bruise still here. It's still there. I don't know where it came from, but it's there. And that's another thing, is like trying to twist my arm and like get it so then it's not in the color of the bruise either. Anyway, so here we go. The first one is this white shade called Blanca. Guessing it's supposed to be like Casablanca. I'm really white, so like this might not show up well on camera. Like I see it against my skin, but because of the brightness of the light, it might not show up too well. So hopefully doing it this way, it works out a little bit better because I can get clearer image there. The next one is this cream shade called Princess Pearls. And I am like swatching on here twice for each of them, so then, I mean, if you put pigment on your eyes, you're going to dip your brush in more than once, so I'm hoping that gives you guys an accurate idea of how they work. The next one is called Rory. This is the first shimmer. That's nice. I really like that one. The one before it, I might be able to use that as a blend out shade. I don't know, it's almost like exactly the same color as my skin. But this one after it is really nice. I wouldn't say it's quite rose gold, but it's not like gold either. The next shimmer is Casey and Camus. Casey and Camus. I think that's it. And this one is like a bright yellow gold. The color next to it is a bright yellow. I wouldn't say neon yellow, almost like mustard yellow. So I am going to show you guys here in a second what the swatches look like up close on my arm. So we have the white shade on the left up top, towards my wrist there, and then the other colors down to the shade on the right. Okay, the next row here is a row of light pinks, mauve-like shades. The first one is called Playtime Kittens. It's a matte shade. It's almost like a salmon color. I'm sorry, I am going to dip into this one a third time. Just because I feel like I didn't spread it out on my wrist enough. That was my bad. The next one is a shimmer. It's called Marky. Ooh, this one's like a lot like the last shade, except it's a shimmer. So those shimmer particles make it look a little bit lighter. The next one is called Balloon Buddies, and this one is super pigmented. This one looks kind of like a burnt orange. The next one is called Elephant John. And I'm not even sure on how to describe this one. It's not like a hot pink, but it's not like a light pink either. It almost like matches my beauty blender, except for the fact that my beauty blender is now stained with foundation, but like almost like this shade when it's clean. This next shade is the last one in the row and is also a shimmer. It's called Sasha and Shanti. I like this whole row. I think all these colors in this row are really nice. Okay, so we are going to change the camera over to my arm again, so then you guys can get an up close of these colors. So from by my wrist is Playtime Kittens. Then over by my elbow is Sasha and Shanti. I really like these colors. They're a good color scheme together. Okay guys, I just did the next row of swatches thinking that you guys were recording and you weren't. So I'm just going to go over them real quick and then show you. Unfortunately, I'm not swatching them as I go now, but same procedure applies. The first one is a shimmer. It's a light pink called Ballerina Bunnies. The next one is a light purple shimmer called Priscilla. The one in the middle is called Rainbow Chaser, and it is like a, not like a neon pink, but like a hot pink, if that makes sense. That one is matte. The next one is called Buzz, and it looks to be a red with a blue undertone. And the last one in that row is called Hunter, which looks to be a red with a yellow undertone. Okay, so from the left by the wrist is the ballerina bunnies, and then the red down by my forearm, by my elbow, is Hunter. Okay, the next row is purples and pinks. It is a matte shade called Dashly. That's pretty. I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, I'm not really sure the best way to describe this one. Magenta. It's almost like a magenta between pink and purple. Next one is a shimmer called Rainbow Majesty. It's like a light purple with a blue iridescent undertone to it. The next one is called Lollipop. This one's like a neon purple. This one's like a hot pink, and it is not even a hot pink, like a neon pink. In between both. It's called Puppy Love. This next one is a dark purpley color, almost like mauve, or like a dark purple grape. I don't know if that was the best way to describe it, but something in that general vicinity of terms. So again, I'm going to take this off and show you the swatches on my arm and catch you guys here in a minute. Okay, so at the top it is called Dashly. Then Roxy and Rolly back here in the back by my elbow. The next row here is all greens. Starts with a shimmer called Peekaboo. The next one is called Zoomer and Zorbit. It looks like a grass green, if that makes sense, like not a light green, but like right in the middle. The next one is almost like a teal, and it's called Dancing Dolphins. The next one looks like a Christmas green or a forest green. Between this shade and the next shade, like whichever one you feel like applies more, just like go with that. But one of those two, a forest green or a Christmas green. Oh, I'll say it's more like a Christmas green for the second to last one, because the last one is called Forest. See the irony there? It named itself for me. Okay, so I'm going to take you off of over there and show you the swatches directly on my arm and catch you guys back here in a minute. Okay, so on the left there by my wrist, we have the shade called Peekaboo, all the way down through to Forest, which is the one closest to my elbow. Okay, the next row is a variety of shades, I'm going to say from green to purples. Mostly matte shades too. First one in the row is called Miss Galaxy. Sorry, trying to make sure my arm is dried off enough here. Ooh. This one I feel like is more like a teal. The next one is called Prancing Eunice. It's almost like a violet purple, light violet purple. Next one is called Violet and Velvet. It's almost like a neon purple. The next one is called Sky. And this one's like a deep purple. And the last one is called Hollywood Bear. This one's like a brown shimmer. So, you guys know the drill by now. Catch you guys here in a minute. Okay, so we have Miss Galaxy by the wrist and Hollywood Bear down here by my elbow. Okay guys, we have made it to the final row here. Boom, boom. Imaginary drumming. I know, lame, but I need to do something because I feel like the swatching video took a little longer than the last one I did. And we are finally winding down here. So, last row is blues and black. The first one in the row is called Tacani. This one is a royal blue. The next one is called Angel Kitty. And this one appears to be a neon blue. The next one is a blue shimmer. It's called Spotty Dotty. That one's really pretty. You brown-eyed people will love that one. It looks like the blue in the background. Not that blue. That blue. Looks like that blue in the background, but with a shimmer. The next one is called Panda Painter. I will note this one seemed to come up in the palette the most when I rubbed my finger in it. So I don't know if that's significant, but it gave off the best pigment payout that I've had. So, I mean, I guess it's a fair trade-off. I'm cool with it. Just gotta have extra precautions when you put it on your face, or else it might end up down here and then you'll brush it and it'll smear and be a huge mess. But aside from, like, this was the most pigmented color there that we have swatched thus far. We are down to the very last shade here, people. Almost there. It's called Max Splash. I'm gonna say this one was supposed to be some form of a black. That's a nice color scheme. I don't know how I feel about the black. It's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best. But you guys will see here for yourself in a second, so I'm going to take you off there, and so then you can catch these, and then I'll set you back up for final thoughts. Okay, so far left by my wrist, we have Tacani, and then down to the black at the end here is called Max Splash. The color next to Max Splash is called Panda Painter. That was the one I said appeared to give off the most pigment payoff. However, you can see it even on my arm there, how it is very flaky and gets all over. Okay guys, so here we are. I'm going to give you one last look at this palette here. So those are the colors right there. I started on this side over here for them and worked down to the bottom down here. Sorry, you definitely see the ring light reflection on the palette, but what can you do? First impressions just based off of swatching alone. I think a lot of these shades came out really well. I feel like there was a couple of them that could have been better, and by a couple I mean literally just like 2 or 3, not like a whole row's worth or anything like that, but overall they were pretty good. I am a little disappointed in the black in this particular palette. I feel like that one could have definitely been more pigmented, but it's definitely not the worst one I have used either, so we never know. I could go to create a look in my next video with this for you guys, and the colors perform entirely differently. How colors perform with your finger opposed to a brush is definitely going to make a difference. And then like with some of these shimmers, they could end up being even more pigmented, because I personally wet my brush with a setting spray before I go and use them. So that will make a difference as well there in and of itself. But overall, I like the color layout on this palette. I feel like the color scheme is great, that they set it up row by row, not only from lightest to darkest, but like just made the whole thing come together and work really well. Definitely meets the expectation of what you'd picture a Lisa Frank palette to be. I feel like they touched on every color as well, from whites and creams, yellows, all the way down through blacks. They originally thought that they had missed out on using reds in this, but they actually included two. One is a more blue undertone red, and one is more of a yellow-orange undertone red, so that in and of itself was really cool there. So really, if you're looking for a good starter palette here, this seems to be a good option for somebody out there. That if you want to have a little bit of every shade from white to pinks to reds to purples, greens, blues, all the way through black, that this would be a good option for you guys. And it gives you everything from mattes to shimmers, so it gives you both of those as well. So it's not an entirely matte palette, but it's not an entirely shimmer palette. It still manages to hit every shade with both mattes and shimmers, if that makes sense. So like you have purple shimmers and purple mattes in here. You have yellow mattes and yellow shimmers, so on and so forth. So I think that was pretty cool with this palette. Overall, I feel like it was designed pretty well. The whole layout of it, from the outside matching her art products, to the fact that they included a little cute mirror in here, to the entire color scheme, to the fact that it's so foldable and will fit easily in most bags. I mean, obviously, if you're carrying a little purse where you can only fit two makeup products like a lip gloss and a liner in, like you're not going to fit any palette in there. But I mean, this I feel like is pretty good, pretty compact. It's not very wide there. It's actually the same, if not smaller, than this brush. So that's pretty cool. But overall, I think it's a great palette. I'm excited to dip into it with a brush here for the next video, and you guys will be seeing the swatch video first, and then I will be creating a makeup look with this video, so then you guys can see how this palette actually works on the eyes and using brushes and whatnot instead. But I hope you guys like this video. Please, please, please share this video with all your friends and makeup lovers. I feel like Morphe and Lisa Frank combined a great palette here, that if you're looking for your first rainbow palette, artistry palette that has a little bit of everything, that this would do the job for you guys. So please, again, share that with your friends, family, and all makeup lovers in your life. If you guys like this video, don't forget to leave me a like. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Right next to the subscribe button, there's a notification bell. If you hit that, you can personalize the notifications based on the videos that you like to watch from me. And that way, it can send you those to your phone in notifications, so then you don't have to scroll through your whole list of subscriptions. But that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys like this video and you like the layout of how I did this video for you guys. Keep on the lookout for a makeup tutorial with this video that will be up next here for you guys. Until next time, guys, bye.